Well, he grew up fast. Oh, jeez. Hello there, Griffin. What are you up to? Sepulchre. I imagine that is Griffin's herald then. A bit gloomy, but I like the flair. Interesting. So, what's all this about then? It's never been super common for Arken to get involved, I'll put it that way, in things. Or, well, when it does happen, it's usually bad. I don't like that. Or rather, Jochund would not like that. Jacques is also an ignorant piece of shit, so he's probably not aware that this isn't Arken at all. Jochund's thoughts? I have no idea who the fuck this is. I'm not going to kneel for some random dude. Even a random dude with style. Oh, Dawn, of course it's you. Oh, hello. Who are you? Song. I'll scoot over a little bit. Some man walked in and then the dark person kind of appeared in a cloud of smoke or something dramatically. I have no idea what a death prince is. I'm a little bit outdated with the lore. I think it's a vampire thing. I think the hierarchy is too. Not entirely sure. Quite the crowd. Let's see, left to right we've got an elf, a thing, a robed dude, another elf, a Cathar, a Myron, what might be an elf behind me, then Jochund the human. I think that's a Quidir or Songaskian, and then there's another elf, and then there's another elf, and then there's an Aelor, and then there's a who knows, and then there's a Quidir. And some more elves. Why are there so many elves here? Jesus Christ. So. Interesting. Okay, yeah, so it's definitely a vampire thing. At least the whole hierarchy dawn situation. He turned to Mr. Arken, presumably. I'm assuming Griffin's an Arken, at least. He has a herald, and he acts an Arken. And he's certainly shown the power to be an Arken. Arken are basically demons, I guess, kind of. I guess a better term would be reality warpers. They're not... I mean, they're technically demons. And there's another... Isildar? Are you an Isildar? I can't... that might be a Cathar. That might be like a Save Veil or something. They're basically like the upper class Arken, which are basically the evil, edgy, cultist elves who like to murder things. Yeah, you know, typical fantasy stuff. Though they're not technically all evil per se. They're just raised to be evil. Whatever. If they're in the sewers, they're probably evil. Let's be real here. Nobody comes into the sewers with good intentions. What's going on here? Some shit. I like that. How do you know literally everyone? I love that. Oh, that's never a good thing to say when you're making a deal with the devil. In whatever way you choose. That's not a sentence you want to say. I assume it means black bag. I doubt that's a proper request so much as a test to see how he reacts. Ooh. Oh, that's not the kind of thing you want people to know that you're doing, because I know there's rats. I know there are rats in the sewers. That sounds like a dumb sentence, but you know what I mean. There are rats working for the guard. William Hallister is one of the higher end nobles. One of the only DM families, actually. Them and the Cades. And he runs... well, he runs the Violet Order, which is like the guard charter for the city. So, Don was pretty accurate when he says that that would be basically suicide. I think it's been attempted a few times in the past, but he doesn't go out very often. And when he does, he's usually got an entourage of about 30 guards with him. Because he's going to kick ass. So it's, yeah, pretty much tantamount to suicide. Though it is interesting that Griffin seems so uncertain of what he wants to do. He's not quite as ruthless as the past Arken that we've dealt with, it seems. Which makes sense, given I think he was raised by people. Actual people for a while. What is he trying to do here? I wonder. Jochund doesn't know fucking shit about Arken. I think Jochund met Liberty once and he tried to sway her to destroying the Devout Few or something like that. Which was a rival gang. And she just was not interested at all. that's the extent of Jochund's knowledge of Arken. There was the one that was elven and had a lot of letters in her name, and she was like all hippie and did plant life stuff, and she didn't want to do like evil shit with me, so I was like, whatever, fuck it. That's basically how Jochund sees this Arken at this point. He's gonna get murdered one day. It's gonna be funny. Hopefully it takes a while though. Don't want to lose him again so quickly. Just got this guy back. Just come up with something else.
Have you any enemies, my lord?
Does he have any enemies? Because that will tell us quite a bit. Are you angry at your kidnappers who kidnapped you presumably last year, I think it was? Or many years ago, depending on if time skips apply to this character, because he could have legitimately just grown up within the last 4 months. He is an Arken. They are weird like that. Or is he angry perhaps at Tristan Cade? No, nobody. Meekishly. Interesting. Apparently the Cathar put some work in to get him back into this state. Based on how he's acting, though, I think he's still very much got the mind of a child. He's not quite matured as he's aged, if that makes sense. Interesting. That's a fair enough challenge. That gives them several avenues to work with, and it's not literally suicide. So now Song has moved forwards. What's this going to be then?